Okay, wonderful. Happy Friday. Oh, so I named this New Year, New You, which I know sounds, I don't know what that sounds like to you, because 2020 has been all kinds of interesting. And what we've all been thinking about lately is ourselves, but really, and though ourselves in the sense of like, how can we infuse into other people in a way that they hear us and that they can think about things themselves. And that means kind of stepping into your story. And so, what I want everybody to do for a second, close your eyes, okay? I want you to take a really, really nice cleansing breath. It doesn't have to be super deep. I just want you to feel it in your body. I want you to give yourself a second to settle into your body, okay? And while your eyes are closed, I want you to think about who you used to be, how you used to show up from when you were a kid up into maybe your 20s. Okay. I want you to get a picture of that. Awesome. I want you to remember what that felt like. I want you to think about some things that you used to do, any pain points that you had, and how you compensated around that. Because that's part of our story, right? Good. Okay. So for me, I was a really, really active kid. I was pretty hyped up. I channeled a lot of my energy into gymnastics and sports, and that was a really great fit for me. Though I struggled very much with the negatives of that, being kind of spastic, being called spastic. I talked fast. I used to lose things, and it really kept with me as an adult. It went with me, through me, into my 20s. And that translated to a lot of anxiety, some situational depression, different ways that I compensated with just all kinds of ways, taking different things to sleep, having my weight fluctuate. I was athletic and fit, although it just looked and felt differently to me. And I was still trying to figure everything out. And my gut was a mess, my belly was a mess growing up. So that's kind of how it used to look and what I used to do. And then got married and had kids. And my youngest was born, had allergies, asthma, and eczema. It was so much for me. And I was told what to do, which was, here's your nebulizer, and here's his plan, and here's his stack at the pediatrician's office getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I already had anxiety. It was just my way of functioning and thinking was just really tough. I had to really try not to obsess. I was circular thinking, which again affect my mood, my sleep, my weight, all that. And so I was really desperate, and I was functioning, but not very well. And a lot of moms around me were in the same boat. So I was pretty desperate for some information. And as it turned out, I had someone listen to my pain, and they said to me, I don't know where this will land with you, with you in your life, but we found a way to be able to kind of bridge our nutritional gap and get a lot of easy, simple, plant-based fruits and vegetables and things in our bodies. And it's been amazing for us. And I thought, huh, it sounded great, maybe a little bit too good, but again, I was less skeptical and more open and desperate. So I learned about this, and I thought, what the hell? It's not going to hurt. It was better than kind of what we were doing at the time. And, again, two kids, picky. Reed had his thing, but they were both constipated, picky eaters, again, very similar to everybody else. And I have my own stuff going on. So we embraced it, got started, stepped into a kind of a new hope that I didn't know was hope, but we found it, because what we found was their taste buds started to widen. Reed began to get color in his skin. Our treatments that we did, the cough that we used to hear down the hall lessened. Eczema started to go away. I remember cleaning out the closet and finding his nebulizer, and I was getting Goodwill stuff, and it had to be a couple years after, and it dropped me to my knees, like literally started crying, because we didn't function without it. This was a piece of our furniture for so long. And I thought, are you kidding me? Something as simple as whole food concentrates to be able to help us springboard. And as far as my picture, I'm 50 years old, you guys. I am excited about my life. My sleep is really wonderful. My hormones, I'm not even close to premenopausal, whatever people talk about. I get to thrive and play soccer and do all these different things that are amazing. My lower spine injury is so much better. All these different ways that my body has stepped up and really went to bat for me. And that has gotten my mental health to a point where it is so beautiful. I love where I'm at. I love where we're going to be. I love the people in my community in this life that we have. And I just cannot wait for what's to come. And blessing. So I'm going to be quiet now, and I'm going to turn it over to Miss Sarah, and she's going to share.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lalensack. I live in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, with my husband and 2 boys, and a big surprise coming in May. So our baby 3 is on our way. Very big shock. So similarly to Jen, looking back, I probably had digestive issues as long as I can remember. I remember having stomach, it wasn't like debilitating or anything, but it was definitely just lots of feeling stomach aches, just feeling blah. I remember in kindergarten always being the last one to drink milk because I was forced to drink the whole carton of milk and I hated it. Just feeling yucky all the time. Well, then fast forward, got married, and I lost both my dad and my sister to sudden cardiac arrest. They died about 5 years apart. And I remember when Jill died, Braden, my oldest, who's now 11, but wasn't quite 5 yet, came up to me soon after she passed and said, "Mom, are you going to die?" And it just brought me to my knees because I was like, I don't know. And it was definitely a really hard time. And I was just reflecting that it was probably about 6 years ago, about this point in time, because she passed away in November, but it was about here that my digestive issues in January were like awful. I had ridiculous gas where I really hated to go anywhere. Like, I know, like, you think gas is funny, and like I'm a teacher, so of course that's hilarious, but it wasn't, like, to me. Like, it was awful. I hated being anywhere, going anywhere. And my husband, as sweet and supportive as he can be sometimes, he didn't help at times because he'd be like, "Oh, can't you control it?" And I couldn't. And I did see a GI doctor and things slowly got better, but I felt like there was always something missing. Then a really dear friend of mine introduced me to the plant concentrates. And I was like, seriously, I went to a GI doctor. Like, I tried so many different things. Is this really going to help me? But then I saw the research. I saw that my boys could get it for free with my and my mom's order, because my husband at the time was, "I'm too cool for this." He's definitely on board now. But I can say that this has made such an impact on because there is clinical research that was on how it improves cardiovascular health and digestive health, 2 things that I hold real dear to me. And I can like I said, I'm pregnant with my 3rd. I am advanced maternal age right now, and I just had a fetal heart ultrasound today, and she's beautiful. She's doing great. She's wonderful, and she's probably healthier than because I'm healthier than I was when I was pregnant with my boys at 39, and I know she's going to be wonderful. And I didn't realize I needed the product so much, but I needed this community even more. And I'm just surrounded by such amazing people, just like these amazing women on here. So thank you so much. I want to hand this back over to Jen.
I love it. It never gets old, people. It never gets old. And man, the amount of love that we have for the people that are there that have yet to even share their stories with us, because we want to hear your stories. But right now, we're going to hear a little bit about these plant concentrates. So let me just make sure things are optimized. Yes, they are. Okay.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Blair. I am an ICU RN, and I am so excited to share a product with you today that has impacted my life and my family's life in an incredible way. I'm going to tell you about Juice Plus. Juice Plus is over 30 different whole foods that are vine ripened, non-GMO, and NSF certified. So how does this abundance of whole food get into a capsule or gummy? It seems too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. The produce in Juice Plus is vine ripened, which means it is harvested at the optimal time to ensure peak nutritional benefits. The whole food is then put into a grinder and turned into a pulp. This is very important because in an orange, for example, up to 80% of the vitamin C is found in its peel. And how many of us actually eat the orange peel? No thanks. The pulp is then slowly dried at extremely low temperatures to ensure the nutrients are not damaged. Finally, the pulp is encapsulated or turned into a gummy. Did you know that the current recommendation is 7 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies per day? That's a long way from the 5 a day campaign that I grew up with. Even on my best days, I definitely don't get close to 7 to 13, let alone that amount every single day. Another thing to remember is the variety of the fruits and vegetables we eat is just as important as the number of servings. I don't know about you, but I tend to buy the same produce that my family will eat. Things like papaya, elderberry, and blackcurrant are not items I regularly purchase. Taste the rainbow has a whole new meaning. Food synergy is an incredible concept. When eaten at the same time, fruits and vegetables work together synergistically so that our bodies absorb maximum nutrients. For example, if you eat an orange slice on your spinach salad, the vitamin C from the orange helps your body absorb the iron from the spinach. The one thing I love more than the nutritional benefits is the children's study. Each adult order can also receive a child's order for free for up to 4 years. I am personally a huge bargain shopper, so this just made sense. The next product line is the Complete. This consists of the Complete powder that can be made into a drink or smoothie and the Complete bars. Both are packed with protein and fiber and contain different whole foods than the capsules and gummies. Juice Plus also offers a plant-based blend of omegas. They bypass the fish, and therefore concern of mercury, and went straight to the source, the algae. They contain omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, as well as everything else you see listed here. The final product is the Tower Garden. This is a vertical aeroponic growing system which enables you to easily grow your own fresh food year-round, either indoors or out. The Tower Garden uses 90% less water and produces food 30% faster than traditional gardening. Since the Tower Garden does not use soil, there's no need for harmful herbicides or pesticides. So why do I think all of this whole food is necessary? We now know that every single disease begins with inflammation at the cellular level. By consuming whole food antioxidants, we provide our body with nutrients that can help decrease inflammation and rebuild healthy cells. Juice Plus has over 20 years of research behind their products, which includes 37 and counting research studies. As a nurse, the research is very important to me. The research is conducted at many prestigious universities and research centers around the world. Many studies have been completed in what is considered the gold standard of research: double-blind, placebo-controlled, peer-reviewed. Basically, this is a fancy way of saying the research is legit. I've not found any product that is researched as thoroughly as Juice Plus. All of the Juice Plus products are NSF certified. This means they are third-party tested to ensure everything on our label is in the product. Nothing more, nothing less. It ensures they are free from harmful contaminants. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you found something beneficial. If you're interested in more information, please talk to the person that shared this with you.
Okay. Gonna hand it over to Miss MM.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm Emily. Very much like the presenter Rebecca in the video. I'm also a nurse. So I first learned about Juice Plus when I was sick and tired of being sick and tired as a brand new nurse. I mean, it really didn't make sense to me because I'd gone to school for so many years and I wasn't the patient. Well, I quickly learned that I wasn't sleeping well, and it's actually funny. Mom, I can hear you upstairs listening to this event. So thank you for being here. But basically, okay. Sorry, I get distracted very easily. All this extra energy, I don't know what to do with, people. Okay, so here I am. I'm a nurse. I've learned so much about how flooding your body with all these micronutrients goes from the cell level to the outside. So my skin is clearer, my sleep is better. I am no longer sick and tired, like I have too much energy. I share it all as much as I can. I have learned that simple changes such as increasing your water consumption, getting that extra sleep, stress, working out, getting your body moving, even if it's on a walk, getting outside when you can with vitamin D, just sort of propels you to that next level of health. And I am now a family nurse practitioner student, and that's what I want to do for my patients. I want to have people learn the connection between nutrition and disease prevention, because I don't want people to suffer if they don't have to, right? Nobody wants to suffer. So for me, I was looking for better gut health, better skin health, just overall immunity. I used to suffer with awful sickness. Like my mom called me a foghorn. Thank you very much. I totally rocked that back then, not anymore. So I hope that you learned a little bit thus far, and I'm so excited to hear Heather's story because she's such an inspiration.
All right, thank you, Emily, so much. So my name is Heather Heiberger, and my husband and I live in Overland Park with our 3 kiddos. Their ages right now are 7, 5, and 2. And I am really happy to be here with you guys tonight. So my story begins about 3 years ago. I found myself at 31 years old with joint pain and low energy, and I also had frequent colds. There was even a year that I had pneumonia in August. So clearly our immune systems were in the toilet. I was so sick of our family just being so sick. It's stressful going back and forth to the pediatrician. We were paying for a pricey preschool that my child was barely attending because he was sick all the time. And, maybe you can relate to this, but I'm normally a super positive, energetic, and spontaneous stay-at-home mom because that's all that I ever wanted to be after, career changed. And, it's really hard to be those things when you're sick and when you don't have that energy and you need naps just to get through your day. It's very sad. And added on top of that, that when one of my babies would be sick, they don't sleep well when they're sick. Many of you probably know that. They're cranky. They need lots of snuggles, which means that you're not able to get the basic things done during the day. And it was like we were stuck in this newborn stage of just exhaustion and stress and overwhelm. And I just felt absolutely buried. And, thankfully, my best friend shared Juice Plus with me. And although I initially thought it was just too good to be true, I quickly found that Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world. And it checked all of my boxes. Within a few months, all of our immune system started to improve. We've significantly decreased illness in our home. And actually, I can't even remember the last time that we had to be on antibiotics to get well. And I'm able to be the happy, energetic mom that I always wanted to be. And in the least, I have peace of mind knowing that I'm flooding my family's bodies with whole food nutrition every single day before we even eat anything. Just like that video said, we are often I'm only buying the produce that I know my kids will eat, which is sweet potatoes and strawberries and pretty much nothing green. So they're getting that with these whole food concentrate.
Forgot your stuff.
So I am just so thankful that my friend shared Juice Plus with me because it just gave my family hope that there was a better way to live. You don't need to be sick all the time just because you have toddlers. And one thing, though, that I do want to share that I didn't expect to get out of adding Juice Plus into our lives was this amazing community. I found a group of positive people who have inspired me to focus on me. And I know that sounds weird to say, but as a stay-at-home mom, or gosh, even if you're a working mom, that's even probably harder. It's really hard to find that work-life balance. And gosh, even like social time, I'm not talking about the time when your role is as a wife or as a mom or as a friend or a daughter. I'm talking about like you time. Like what are your hobbies? What are your interests now that you're older? Is it different from when you were younger? What is it? What lights that creative flame in you? And, I was able to really discover these things and I was able to spend time on personal development. And, this sparked a fire in me that I didn't even know had died. So, you see, in the past, I had earned my master's degree in mental health counseling, and I really did love my career. I didn't ever imagine I would be a stay-at-home mom, but as soon as we started a family, it was like it had clicked. Like I knew exactly that is where I needed to be. We get these short years with our children, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. It's not for everyone, but it completely changed for me. And so, I do think that someday that counseling world may be there for me, but it's amazing because I didn't even know it was a possibility, but I'm finding that in my Juice Plus business now. I mean, these deep connections with people and being able to inspire and give hope and talk through struggles with people that we all have. We all have struggles. They're different and they look different for everybody, but being able to help find a solution. It's given me so much life and a purpose outside of being a stay-at-home mom, and I just feel so excited about the years to come. Because I know that the more success that I have just means that I'm living bolder and I'm able to give back in more ways than I would without a second stream of income. So, I would just really encourage you to start that conversation, with the person that invited you to this. Obviously, you're cared an awful lot about for someone to reach out to you and invite you to this. And start the conversation, talk to them about what your life is like. We don't know what it is that you need unless you're able to tell us, and unless we have that conversation. What is a feeling that you're wanting that you don't have? Maybe we can talk through some of those options and just shed some light on what you might be able to obtain with this opportunity. When I started this journey on the Juice Plus products, I did not expect to get all of this that I've talked about out of it. And, what I didn't know then, if I would have said no, I look back now and I'm just like, oh gosh, I would have been saying no to so much. Because, this business, the products, everything have given back to my family tenfold over the last 3 years. And it has been the best yes I have ever said. So we just really appreciate that you took the time to tune in here. And again, just reach out to whoever invited you to the event, and we'd be happy to follow up with you as well if you're busy. We're all busy, but we just want to have that conversation with you. So we look forward to connecting with you, and I hope you have a great evening.